Hey guys, how's it going? Welcome to Sunday. What's going on? Hey, Alien King, thank you, sir. Thank you. Oh, sorry, I said that. I try not to say that because I don't think that I deserve to be called sir, which is why I don't like people saying that to me. So I try not to say it myself, but sometimes I do. So don't take any offense by that. There's none intended. So it's a little too formal for me, I guess. So anyway, thank you for that. Welcome. We don't normally stream on Sundays. There's a couple of reasons why I'm doing it today. I feel like it. I've been sick since Tuesday of last week. I tried to stream on Wednesday and did for... Oh, I know that. And I did for about 2.5 hours of a normal 3-hour stream, and it just got to be too much. So I said, all right, well, we'll just wait until we're fully recovered, or at least damn near close to it before we try it again. So we're going to try it today. Another reason I'm streaming today is I can't tomorrow, which is normally a stream day. I've got family in town. They're not here right now. They're visiting other friends, but they're supposed to be back back at my place tomorrow. So, and they're going home tomorrow night. So, streaming today, but not tomorrow. We're going to do at least 2 hours, but no more than 3, I think. So, anyway, so yes, we are playing Detroit Become Human. As I said before, we started it on Wednesday. We did the first couple of hours plus. We got to the point in the story where I don't know what the alternation is between the 3 androids. We've got Kara, we've got Marcus, and Connor. And we did at least one story mission, if you will, with each one of them. Well, actually, we did 2 with each, I believe. The second one that we did, which was the last one we did on Wednesday, Kara kind of broke away, if you will, from her programming in order to get the girl that I can't remember her name now, Angie, I think, away from her abusive dad. So we kind of broke out the window in the second story of their house, which we found the first time that we came into the house. Yeah,
Oops.
Alice.
I think your saved game is corrupted.
No.
Just kidding.
Don't do that to me, lady. She who looks like Scarlett Johansson. Okay, so we'll continue. I think we went back to Marcus. We were at the very beginning of Marcus's next chapter, if you will. After we took Alice away from her dad. Hey, Bon Jovi, thank you for the follow. Welcome. Welcome to the Sunday special edition. The Igloo.
That was by far the most boring party I've been to in the last 25 years. Every time I go to one of these, I ask myself, what the hell am I doing here? I hate cocktail parties and all the schmoozers that go there.
Well, it's a chance for all those people who admire your work to meet you.
Yeah. No one gives a damn about art. All they care about is how much money they're gonna make out of it. Come on, let's have a drink. Oh, the excitement of this whole thing has made me thirsty.
Scotch? Neat as usual?
Absolutely.
Okay, but you know what your doctor would say.
Moderation.
Yeah, well, he can kiss my ass. I'm old enough to choose my own medication. Did you leave the light on in the studio?
No,
Probably
I'm sure I
his
didn't.
kind of a deadbeat son.
Call the police.
Detroit Police, what's your emergency?
This is Carl Manfred's android at 8941 Lafayette Avenue. We've just returned home and found the lights on. There may have been a break-in.
A patrol car is on the way.
It's the first time
Let's
we've
go
heard
check
Carl's
it out.
last name, I think. Manfred. Alright, let's see if there's anything in here of interest before we go over to the door. I'll go over to the door first.
Marcus, no, I'm gonna come with you.
Alright, looks like it's just his son.
Leo! What are you doing?
You refused to help me, so I'm helping myself. It's crazy what some people pay for this shit.
Don't touch him.
Look, they're all gonna be mine sooner or later anyway. Just think of it as a down payment on my inheritance.
Marcus, get him away from there. Get him out of here.
Is this where Marcus has his opportunity to break away from his programming as well?
Listen, you should go before things get worse.
All you ever do is tell me to go away. What's wrong, Dad? Not good enough for you? Not perfect, like this fucking thing?
That's enough. Get out right now.
What makes it so special anyway, huh? What's it got that I don't?
Leave him alone.
Come on, let's see what you got.
Marcus, don't defend yourself, you hear me? Don't do anything.
We gotta
Go
do
ahead,
what
hit
the
me.
man
What you waiting
says.
for? Think you're a man? Act like one.
Stop it.
What's the matter? Too much of a pussy?
Stop it, Leo. Stop it.
Too scared to fight back, you fucking bitch!
Said don't defend yourself. Right? I mean, what other options are there?
Oh, right, that's right. I forgot you're not a real person. You're just a fucking piece of plastic.
Oh, Leo, leave him alone.
I'm gonna destroy you. It'll just be me and my dad. I'm gonna tear you apart, and nobody's gonna give a shit. You know why? Because you're nothing. You hear me? You're nothing.
Carl, no!
Is it because he didn't defend himself that Carl's gonna die?
Humans. Fragile machines.
Carl, don't leave, okay? Please don't go. Don't leave.
Remember, Marcus, don't let anybody tell you who you are.
No. No. Dad.
But
No.
didn't he just kind of do
Please.
that by telling him not to defend himself?
This is all your fault. This never would have happened if it weren't for you. The android. Who's the android?
Ouch. Yeah, self-control. Okay, there's pretty much a straight path until we get into the room. We obeyed Carl. Carl told us to not defend ourselves. And that's where the branch is, right there. So who knows? We'd have to come back to that branch point. Yeah, I think you can do that. But what they suggest at the beginning of the game is go ahead and complete the game first, and then I think you'll have the opportunity to go back and revisit some of your branch points and potentially take the other path and then see what happens there. That's my understanding. Excuse me. All right, so you can also see what other people around the world chose. 70%. I mean, check the studio. There's another option there. Looks like something that's locked. 54% did what Carl said, and therefore 54%. This is straight path, right? If you obeyed Carl, Carl dies, and then Leo gets Marcus shot. So we don't know if Marcus is actually dead, because we did something earlier on Wednesday to where we thought Connor got killed. He sacrificed himself. What did he do? Didn't he sacrifice himself to save the girl on the rooftop, I think? And we thought Connor was dead at that point. Yeah. But we had another one with him later, so I'm not exactly sure. So.
Why'd you kill him? What happened before you took that knife?
See, there he is.
How long were you in the attic?
Yeah, we helped Clancy Brown
Why didn't you
catch
try
the
to run away?
deviant that he's talking to. Now, he was up in the attic.
Say something, goddammit!
We're going to bring Carl in to talk to him.
Fuck it, I'm out of here.
Let me talk to him.
We're wasting our time interrogating a machine. We're getting nothing out of it.
You always try roughing it up a little. After all, it's not human.
Androids don't feel pain. You would only damage it, and that wouldn't make it talk. Deviants also have a tendency to self-destruct when they're in stressful
Shiny
situations.
stuff.
Okay, smartass. What should we do then?
I could try questioning it.
Nice.
What do we have to lose? Go ahead. Suspect's all yours.
Oh, now I'm pissed.
All right, for the new folks here, please don't spam the interactive buttons. That's not what they're there for.
What the fuck is it doing now?
You might also want to go take a look at those, please. So I wonder what the red things are. There's some kind of cameras or some other kind of sensor, maybe. All right, let's take a look around, make sure there's nothing else in here I can interact with. I don't know. We haven't seen it do anything yet, so anything at this point is a complete guess. Non-critical damage level 2 caused by the baseball bat. Okay, we found that in the house when we found him. $16 months. Housekeeper. Carlos Ortiz, that was the guy that was dead in the house. Yeah. He got into a tussle with Carl. And let's see, what was it? Carlos was going to beat him up with the bat, and he took the knife out, defended himself, and wound up killing Carlos and hid in the attic. Processing LEDs, signs of software instability, probability of self-destruction is low. Okay. Optimal stress for confession.
My name is Connor. What about you? What's your name? You're damaged. Did your owner do that? Did he beat you? I'm not going to hurt you. I just need to ask you some questions so we can understand what happened.
So we got to get it up.
You don't seem to understand the situation. You killed a human. They'll tear you apart if you don't say something. If you won't talk, I'm going to have to probe your memory.
No! No, please don't do that. What? What are they gonna do to me? They're gonna destroy me, aren't they?
Careful, Bon Jovi. Okay? Careful. I don't take too kindly to that kind of stuff.
You to look for problems in your biocomponents.
You might also want to read the rules that I just put into the chat as well. Read the rules, please. Read them.
Why couldn't you just have left me there?
See, now I don't know what I'm supposed to say here because I had to deal with you.
I was programmed to hunt deviants like you. I just accomplished my mission.
I don't want to die.
Then talk to me.
I can't.
"28 stab wounds. You didn't want to leave him a chance, huh? Did you feel anger? Hate? All right. All right. Everything is going to be okay. If you don't talk, they're going to tear you apart and analyze you piece by piece. They're going to destroy you. Do you understand? Okay then, don't talk. What do I care after all? I mean, I'm not the one accused of murder, right? If you remain silent, there's nothing I can do to help you. They're gonna shut you down for good. You'll be dead. Do you hear me? Dead.
But does he even really have a concept of what dead really means?
I'm not getting anywhere. I give up.
Chris, lock it up.
let's go.
Leave me alone. Don't touch me.
The fuck are you doing?
Nope, you shouldn't touch it. It'll self-destruct if it feels threatened.
Stay out of this, got it? The fucking Andrew's gonna tell me what to do.
You don't understand. If it self-destructs, we won't get anything out of it.
I told you to shut your fucking mouth. Chris, you gonna move this asshole or what?
I'm trying. I can't let you do that. Leave it alone now.
I warned you, motherfucker! That's enough. Mind your own business, Hank.
I said that's enough.
You're not gonna get away with it this time.
Is that the same officer that was in the apartment building or the condo at the beginning of the game? It looks like him, but he's not in uniform. It looks like the same guy.
Everything is all right. It's over now. Nobody's gonna hurt you. Please, don't touch it. Let it follow you out of the room, and it won't cause any trouble.
I guess I had to get it up to 100. I thought that all I had to do was get it within the brackets, and that would have been good enough, but I guess not. It's kind of misleading. See, Connor might be a little unstable as well. All right, let's go back over here and see what we did and how we got there. Okay, suspect found in partners. Right, that was the previous mission that I was talking about before, where we found him in the attic when Mr. Ortiz was murdered. So I guess if we would have never found him, we would have never done this part, right? You didn't find him, or at least maybe we find him later and then we do it. I don't know. Interrogation room, analyzed him, stress levels. We'll go ahead and put the stats up there. Hey, C-Star, what's up?
It's cool,
How are
everybody.
you?
I'm here.
How's your Sunday? Public opinion is skeptical. Software instability is still in question. I guess they're talking about Connor at this point. Hank is still neutral towards us. I'm doing better than I was a few days ago. I've been sick. Yes, I am. It's very interesting. I mean, it's not. It's an interactive story, essentially, right? I mean, we haven't had to do any fighting or anything like that, so it's just picking choices, picking them within the right amount of time, that kind of stuff. So, but it's still very interesting with how it's all working. Thank you. I'm still not 100% yet, but I'm good enough to do this, so that's why we're doing it today. We're normally off today. Okay. Let's see. Interrogation room. Analyze trust level. And yeah, we analyzed everything we could find. We tried convincing. 67% chose that. 52% pressured. 11% gave up. Convincing did not work. We gave up. Chris intervened. Okay, Chris is the other police officer, I guess. Chris, God, what was his name? I don't remember his name. We were kind of gated away from doing anything else in the condo with the little girl at the beginning because we had to talk to him first. Was it Adams, maybe? We intervened. Yeah, Chris intervened. Then we intervened, what, like 3 times. We weren't able to get the confession out of it, so it was sent back to its cell. So, as you can see, there are plenty of other branch options on how that could have gone. And that's one of the things that I'm most interested in seeing is once we get done, there's supposed to be a bunch of endings to this game. Is going back once we've gotten one of the endings and going back and picking some of the other paths to see what the results of that are. So we may, let's see, where are we going? Maybe go back to Kara. Yeah, it is. I think it's very interesting. You know, some of the reviews have been, you know, some very good ones, some average to below average, but I think it's very interesting so far.
Thank you for using Detroit buses.
Yeah.
All right. End of the line.
End of the line.
Yeah, you're gonna have to leave.
Yeah, Alice. Wake her up.
Wake up. We have to go.
I mean, what other choice do we have?
Do you know if there's any other place we could spend the night?
I have no idea. She's gonna have to leave.
Yeah, I have to get her out of the rain and
Gonna
the
be
weather.
okay? We'll find somewhere to spend the night. Come on, Alice, we've got to hurry.
Know where we can go. That's where she was. Android parking, it's not what we need. Okay, Bon Jovi, I'm going to put you in timeout for 10 minutes. I don't know if you went and read the rules like I asked you to. So we're going to do that. Make sure that you can do what you're asked to do. So if you come back and you continue to do what you've been doing, then I will make sure that you can't come back, okay? You are welcome to come back as long as you do what you're asked, okay? Yeah, I know. Plenty of options.
A motel. Looks like we found a place to stay.
Do we have money, though? No androids, okay.
We're not going in?
We're not going to leave her
We have
there
to
by
find
herself, for sure.
$40 and get rid of this uniform. Or go somewhere else.
She's got to do more than get rid of the uniform. She's got to do something to cover up her temple. Laundromat. We can get some clothes there. We'd have to steal them, obviously. Can't tell if he's asleep or not.
It's warm in here. You'll feel better in no time.
Gonna at least get her out of the rain. It's obviously not gonna bother her. Another magazine. Beeline to Disaster. This is backstory stuff. The beeline to disaster, pollinating bees officially extinct. For decades, scientists and farmers foresaw the inevitable extinction of bee populations. Despite these warnings, the Global Institute for Endangered Species announced at their Washington AGM yesterday that wild bees are now officially extinct. Living specimens exist only in captivity. Bee numbers have been ravaged in recent decades by colony collapse disorder, where worker bees disappear, leaving hives which cannot feed themselves. Biologists confirm that CCD was accelerated by the overuse of pesticides in crops, parasites, and pollution. The consequences of this catastrophe will be felt across the cotton industry, freshwater supplies, and, most disturbingly, agriculture. Environmentalist Kathy Linda has stressed the breadth of this news. 1 in 3 mouthfuls of food we eat relies on pollination of some kind. The resulting famine will lead to millions of deaths worldwide, quote unquote. CyberLife, in cooperation with GUYS, have come forward with plans on creating robotic bees. Some are pursuing non-robotic approaches, such as Detroit Urban Farms, currently experimenting with modified strains of bee produced in captivity, but there is no guarantee they will thrive. Next story, live concerts to make a comeback. It's time to face the music. For the younger generation, watching concerts in virtual reality has become the norm. And who wouldn't want to slip on a VR headset and enjoy the show from the best seat in the house? It's a cheap, safe, and no-hassle solution to watching your favorite performers. But live music is about to be de-revolutionized. Nina and Kosuke Music, hopefully I pronounced that correctly, have launched a campaign to bring back old-school concerts with live audiences in front of performers in the flesh. Chuck Morrison, NKM spokesperson, explains, quote, "The culture of going to live concerts is a thing of the past, but we want to bring that back. Real music is when it's vibrating through your soul, surrounded by people who are experiencing the same thing," unquote. Break the Wall will be one of the first bands to take the stage. Performing in front of a live audience and getting an immediate reaction will be mind-blowing. This is what music is supposed to be all about, says the lead singer, Baz Rudd. The hype, the applause, the screams, you just don't get that sitting on your sofa. If this proves a success, NKM's next step is to bring back music festivals, which should be music to fans' ears. Okay. Yeah, the DualShock, if you notice right here, that's a touchpad. And you can run your finger across it. Yeah, and it also has, if you notice here, you can see it right there underneath my finger. There's a speaker on it too, and games can take advantage of that as well. Like, for example, one of the Killzone games that I bought with my PS3, like if you find an audio log in a game or something, it would not play through the headset or the speakers. It would play through the controller speaker instead. So it just depends on what the developers choose to do with that stuff. Alright, there are clothes in here. Oh, so she was going to get the clothes for her.
What are you doing? They're not our clothes.
I need them, Alice. You need something warm, and I need to get rid of this uniform.
But that's stealing. We can't do that.
You're right. We won't do it, okay?
Alright, so I guess the... when you see the name and the arrows, I guess that's kind of your... Since it was pointing up, some of the trust level that Alice has towards Kara is... The trust is going up. I'm guessing if we would have stolen the clothes when she told us not to, it would have gone down. So we're going to have to go... We're going to have to look somewhere else for clothes.
Come on, let's go.
Okay. Looks like there's at least 2 other options for what we can do for the night. Like a teller machine over here. I don't know if she can hack things or not, but it looks like everything's this way. Come on. Back this way. Uncomfortable, but safe. Okay. Trespass, private property. Trespassers will be prosecuted. Drugstore is closed. No androids. Yeah. Check the house. At least she knows to get under the shelter for the bus stop.
Alice, you're freezing cold.
I'm okay. I'm not so cold.
You look lost.
We have nowhere to go.
I know someone who can help you.
Is this some kind of communication mechanism?
But that's on the other side of town. We need a place for tonight. Come on, Alice.
Thank you for using Detroit buses.
Looks like that store over there is open. We can go in there. That'll be the last thing that we do, I think. We'll have to decide.
Look, the store is still open. Maybe we should go inside. At least you'll be out of the cold.
Mashed potatoes. Plenty of taters. Alright, looks like talking to him's going to be the only option that we're going to have. Yeah. We don't have any money, though. Alright, let's go talk to this guy.
What do you want?
I'm with a little girl, and we have nowhere to go. Could you spare some money so we can get a room for tonight?
Shit. A homeless android? Ah, that's the best yet.
It's not the android that's homeless, it's the girl that's
This is a
homeless. Thank you
convenience
very
store,
much.
not the Salvation Army, okay? You better go if you're not gonna buy anything.
Well, she may have to do something that's unsavory. She already did it once, otherwise we wouldn't be in this situation that we're in right now. I don't think Alice would go for being a diversion unless we did something to trick Alice to being a diversion without her realizing that she's a diversion.
Alice, I need your help. You see those cans over there? I want you to go over and knock them down.
Knock them down? But why?
Please. Alice, just trust me.
You all right?
We gotta go around.
Are you hurt? Well, don't worry. It's just a few cans. They made a lot of noise, that's all.
Come on, let's go.
Fuck!
We have some cash now.
You used me to steal that money. How could you do that? I trusted you.
Consequences.
I had no choice. It was the only way, Alice.
It wasn't.
She may not be happy with her, but she still trusts her, otherwise she wouldn't be holding her hand. So I'm gonna guess that the option was, well, there's a no-win situation, right? Either we steal the clothes from the laundromat, we steal the money from the store, or we break into the building that we're not supposed to break into. So it almost seems like you got to pick from the lesser of three evils, but you're not really sure which one of them is the lesser of the three evils. You know, and she can't even go in here. Okay. If we were supposed to get money for a hotel room. I guess we could still check the house. I mean, it's still showing it as an option, I guess, until you commit to something. Let's try something just to see if this will work. I don't know if it'll work or not. Let's see, he's still asleep. Now, see, and I was thinking maybe we could, if these were his clothes, just give him the money for the clothes, and that way she would at least have the clothes. And then we can go over to the house. It wouldn't be stealing, but she would have the clothes.
Come on, let's go.
So how the hell are we supposed to get into the... Let's go check the house. Maybe it won't let us go into the hotel unless we also get some clothes.
An abandoned house. At least we'd be out of the rain.
Kara, I don't like this place.
I know. But it's just for one night, and no one will look for us here.
Squat in the house. Well, see, now we could have somehow got some wire cutters from the store, but since we stole the money from the store, we probably can't go back in there.
There's nothing more this way.
Sleep in the abandoned car seems like about the best option at this point, assuming we could get in there. Wonder what would happen if she was to try to take the money back.
It looks abandoned. Stand back, Alice.
Ew!
It's dry inside, and nobody will find us here.
I don't want to sleep in there. Can't we find a better place?
I don't know how to get into the hotel. I could keep searching for a little while, but then
We'll find somewhere better.
you may have to come back. See, we need wire cutters. Generator, if it even works. Wire cutters.
Are you alright?
Yes, it's just a scratch. Be careful. Don't worry, we're just having a look.
She's gonna have to. We're gonna have to do something unsavory here, Alice. Say, let's look before we start tearing things apart.
Alice? Alice!
Well, we gotta find her.
Wait, what are you doing?
Visitors. Ralph doesn't like visitors. They're nasty. They may hurt Ralph.
Look, I'm an android too. We have nothing to be afraid of. All we want is a place to spend the night.
Visitors are dangerous. Look. What they did to Ralph.
You have nothing to worry about. We're not going to do you any harm. You have my word.
You must excuse Ralph. Ralph still finds it difficult to control himself. Sometimes his fear makes him do things he regrets. Ralph has seen some hard times. He's just so scared the humans will get him again. You can stay if you want. Ralph won't hurt you.
Okay. We'll just stay the night. Come on!
Can I have the knife, please?
Come on. This way. Ralph has lived here since he ran away. Ralph never goes outside, so no one knows he lives here. Humans come in to squat from time to time, but, you know, Ralph just hides till he leaves.
This is gonna wind up being some Underground Railroad kind of thing where runaway androids hide
You can
out.
make yourself at home here. Ralph is gonna go into the other room. He would like to stay with you, but he has things to do.
It's just for one night, Alice. We'll find a better place tomorrow. Right. Let's see where you can sleep. Sit down and I'll start a fire.
Paper. Combustibles. Blanket. Pillow.
You can come to bed. I did what I could. It's not much, but at least you'll be warm.
Why didn't he ever love me? Why was he always so upset with me? All I wanted was a life like other girls. Maybe I did something wrong. Maybe I wasn't good enough. That's why he was always so angry. I just wanted us to be a family. I just wanted him to love me. Why can't we just be happy?
I don't know, Alice.
You'll never leave me, right? Promise you'll never go.
I promise.
Will we be together forever?
Forever. You've got to sleep. Sleep tight, Alice.
Be interesting to see the flow chart on this one. Oh man, look at all that stuff. Wow. Look at all the options. Holy crap. Wow. All right, let's look at the percentages and see. A lot of other people did. Laundromat, hotel, parking lot. Only 57% checked the house. Talked to the trash collector, entered the supermarket. Be interesting to see what the other two. Well, they're different. They're different options. I mean, it's just like any flow chart, right? I mean, if you come down here, you know, we had options when we were in the store. We had options to get her food. We had options to get her a toy. I don't remember if there was a third one or not. So I guess depending on, you know, I'm guessing the other locks were those other choices. And depending on if you picked one of the other ones or not, something else may have happened. So it's just a branch. As far as how you mean, as far as how the other androids how they all intertwine, that I don't know yet. I don't know. I assume at some point, you know, Connor and Marcus and Kara, they're all gonna probably intersect with each other at some point. At this point, I really have no clue. Broke into the car, found another choice, left the parking lot. We met Ralph, so see, so that lock with the yellow thing on it, you remember when we did the one with Marcus, or not Marcus, with Connor. Drank and Spank, thank you for the follow. Welcome. How you doing tonight? Welcome to the Igloo. You remember when we were doing the interrogation with Connor, and that one began with the yellow box at the very beginning because we had actually found the deviant in the attic. So seeing that with Ralph right there leads me to believe that we're going to see Ralph later because we came across him here. So that leads me to believe we'll see Ralph again at some point. Maybe it'll be in the morning after, you know, after Alice has got some sleep. I don't know. Thank you for the host as well. Thank you. Got the double whammy. The double ice. Okay, let's see. Convinced him. We followed him. We started the fire. We made the bed. Excuse me. So I wonder what the other options were. There was a third choice, I guess. Maybe go upstairs or follow Ralph wherever it was that he went in the house. 1% didn't make the promise. 2% watched Alice from the chair. Okay, we stayed in the squat. Less than 0.5%. Or 50%, sorry. Okay. Notice the cash register. So we don't know what other people did. See, so you see here, it looks like that branch right there in the middle. That's the hotel. I guess that's the hotel branch. If we would have gotten into the hotel, it looks like it's pretty straightforward until you get to there. Okay. So, like I was saying before, it's a lot of options in here. So move on to the next one, November 6th. So that's the next day. Actually, what I think I might need to do. Is that Marcus? He's analyzing himself. Hey, I have no foot. Missing, unable to stand. Left and right leg components. Low power mode. Defective. Therium pump regulator. Let's see, where is it? I'm looking for it. Yeah. This is what we need.
Now what the fuck are we supposed to do? Where's the real pretty shit now, man?
Corrupted audio data. Okay. Audio processor is busted. Hand, feet, eyeballs, optical, impaired vision, corrupted mind palace. Mind palace is the first time we've seen that. Oh, is that his legs? Find his leg. Okay, compatible. I don't know what I'm supposed to do here. Yeah, it's very interesting. All right, C-Star, thank you for coming out. I appreciate it. Enjoy the rest of your Sunday. What little is left of it, if there even is any left of it for you. A little bit, an hour or two. Minutes. Did you finish God of War, by the way? At least the story? What'd you think about the whole Atreus thing at the end? Leg, okay. Yeah, it was pretty awesome. I added it to my startup screen. Yeah, I did all the collectibles. these the ones for the trophies? Let's see who this is. Is this Marcus? Yeah, it looks like Marcus. So I guess after the police shot him, they just threw him in the junkyard.
Place where we can be free. Find Jericho. Find Jericho.
I did one of them. I looked for a list to find out which one was the easiest one. Start there, and I did that one. I'm farming the workshop right now. It's my spare time, what little I have.
Where are you going?
Get to the chopper!
I did the first area. Muspelheim or whatever it is. The arena. But I haven't gone back.
Just die, will ya?
I guess he's just gonna have to walk the scanner. It's not gonna do him a whole lot of good until he gets himself fixed. Throws it away. It's junk. That'll work. Oh man.
Medic!
Check that one.
You get a bullet, and you get a bullet. Everybody gets a bullet.
All right, let's take it easy with the buttons, please. There was a link to the rules that was just put into chat. Please read those if you don't mind. The buttons are specifically mentioned, along with some other things that you will need to know to be a participant in the channel. Okay, thank you. You too. Thank you for coming out. I didn't realize this part was going to be this long. Good Lord.
Hello. I'm an AK-700 android. I was designed to serve you. What can I do for you?
My program has detected an anomaly. Please contact the nearest CyberLife Maintenance Center.
Scanner work now? The two different colored eyes. Works, but it's incompatible.
I'm begging you, please. End it. I don't want to live anymore. Make it quick.
Got any spare parts for me, buddy? That's the only reason I'm gonna do it. Alright, is this the girl that... gonna have to do it? Arc reactor! Iron Man! I mean, if that's where we're supposed to go, for the last piece, we went over there earlier. Couldn't find anything to interact with. I mean, it's supposed to be like right here. Maybe that's where we're supposed to climb out once we got everything fixed. Hi, how convenient. Is he even gonna go once he gets out of here? The skin around his eye matches the rest of his face now. It was kind of a white color. Shiv. Oh, wow. Oh, come on, really? You're gonna make it this complicated for me just to rip this damn thing out the side of his head. Oh, that's interesting. So you can make it look like it was never there.
My name is Marcus.
Yes, it is. %. Marcus came back from the dead. Analyzed how it fixed his legs. Heard about Jericho. Limbs, junkyard. So there was an option somewhere to, or we did kill for the pump. We did kill. Okay. So there's an option, obviously, to not do that. Same thing for the optical unit. So there's, because there are two options there, obviously you can't get 100%, right, in the first pass. So you'd have to, if I'm assuming that you'd be able to, there's probably a trophy for exploring all options of all branches in the entire game, and that's how you would have to do it, is you'd have to come back here and pick the other options, and then it would show it as completed. Okay. Less than 50% killed for the pump and the what was the other? Oh no, wait a minute. The pump regulator. Okay. Be time to probably go back to Connor. Yeah. Oh, must only work with a human hand. It's interesting that some of the stuff doesn't look real. Is that because he did die before? I'm still not exactly sure. What happened with him in that regard? Must be Amanda right there.
Hello, Amanda.
Connor, it's good to see you. Finding that deviant was far from easy. You showed great skill in your investigation. But you knew deviants could be unstable. You should have been more cautious.
I thought I could make it talk. It was a judgment error.
Never mind. I'm sure you'll be more careful in the future. The interrogation seemed challenging. What did you think of the deviant?
It showed signs of PTSD after being abused by its owner. as if its original program had been completely replaced by new instructions.
This Lieutenant Anderson has been officially assigned to the deviancy case. What do you make of him?
I don't really know.
He's obviously not what I was expecting. But I don't have enough information yet to form a definitive opinion.
Unfortunately, we have no choice but to work with him.
She must be in
What do you
charge
think
of the
is the best
androids.
approach?
I will adapt to his personality. It is in the best interest of the investigation that I avoid conflict and try to accommodate his psychology.
Not the right
More
answer.
and more androids show signs of deviancy. There are millions in circulation. If they become unstable, the consequences will be disastrous. You're the most advanced prototype CyberLife has ever created. If anyone can figure out what's happening, it's you.
You can count on me, Amanda.
Hurry, Connor. There's little time.
There you go. There's your video game trope. We don't have much time. Time is running out.
It's okay. It's okay, just relax. Just tell him what happened to you.
But it was all over so quickly. I didn't even see his face.
Any little detail might help catch the guy. You never know.
I don't know if this conversation is important or not. That woman obviously wants me to come over and talk to her. She's looking at me.
You might be in shock. Just take it easy.
Tensions in the Arctic have reached a new level.
Would
A
you mind
Russian
getting me some
carrier
water,
and an
please?
American patrol boat reported to have clashed last night. Several warning shots were exchanged, apparently with no damage or casualties to either side. The Minister for Defense,
go.
Dennis Riggs,
Thanks.
has spoken of intolerable provocation. The countries in the region, particularly Sweden and Canada,
Can I help you?
called for military forces
I'm here to see
withdraw,
Lieutenant Anderson.
and an international
Do you have authorization?
conference will be held.
Yes.
So far, there has been no response from either Moscow or Washington. We'll keep you informed minute by minute as the situation.
Lieutenant Anderson hasn't arrived yet, but you can wait at his desk.
She's got some serious freckles. Oh my god. So I wonder why Kara's clothing is the only one that shows her name on it. Marcus and Connor does not.
You and you come with me.
Android cop. That guy almost looks like, what's his name? Adams? was an option to talk to that guy, but it's not there anymore.
Hey, take a look at these samples yet?
Excuse me.
Lab reports.
Do you know what time Lieutenant Anderson usually arrives?
Depends on where he was the night before. If we're lucky, we'll see him before noon.
Thanks.
We really need the forensics. Hi, honey. You okay?
Why make me sit down if it's just going to immediately make me get back up? Rock and roll. Dark heavy metal.
Call Hank Anderson.
Hi, this is Hank. Not here at the moment. You can leave a message if that's what turns you on, but don't expect me to call back. Beep.
Beep. More stuff about the case. Detroit police dismantle a network of red ice dealers. More than 50 arrests throughout the country. Detroit's finest has dealt a massive blow to the city's growing red ice epidemic, with a number of high-profile dealers and suppliers now behind bars and narcotics seized with a street value of $500,000. Detective Hank Anderson, a young but hugely talented detective, is said to have been instrumental in the operation, which took months of planning. The DA described the work of Detective Anderson and his colleagues as model investigative protective police work. Detective Anderson, promoted to the rank of lieutenant, becoming the youngest lieutenant on the Detroit police force. Lieutenant Hank Anderson was among the most decorated detectives in DPD's recent history, securing a number of high-profile arrests and serving as an integral member of the force. Captain Fowler said the promotion was long overdue, describing Anderson as among the most talented police I've ever worked with. The new lieutenant is expected to rise quickly through the ranks of the department and is already being tipped as a future commissioner. So then what happened? New record seizure of red ice in Detroit. Nearly a ton of red ice discovered in the hold of a boat after a long investigation conducted by Lieutenant Anderson of the Detroit Police Force. Matches Jimmy's bar. Wood and phosphorus. anti-android slogans. We don't bleed the same color. No more android. If you're not a bartender, then go away. Donuts. Japanese maple. St. Bernard dog. Red Ice Task Force about 10 years ago, 11. Responsible for the Red Ice Network dismantle.
It's good to see you again, Lieutenant.
Oh, Jesus. Hank! In my office.
We don't know. Is something going on with the androids?
I've got 10 new cases involving androids on my desk every day.
A lot of
We've always had
deviants.
isolated incidents. Old ladies losing their android maids and that kind of crap. But now, we're getting reports of assaults and even homicide, like that guy last night. This isn't just CyberLife's problem anymore. It's now a criminal investigation, and we've got to deal with it before the shit hits the fan. I want you to investigate these cases and see if there's any link.
Why me? Why do I gotta be the one to deal with this shit? I am the least qualified cop in the country to handle this case. I know jack shit about androids, Jeffrey. I can barely change the settings on my own phone.
I can help.
Everybody's overloaded. I think you're perfectly qualified for this type of investigation.
Bullshit! The truth is, nobody wants to investigate these fucking androids, and you left me holding the bag.
CyberLife sent over this android to help with the investigation. It's a state-of-the-art prototype. It'll act as your partner.
No fucking way! I don't need a partner, and certainly not this plastic prick.
Hank, you are seriously starting to piss me off. You are a police lieutenant. You are supposed to do what I say and shut your goddamn mouth.
You know what my goddamn mouth has to say to you?
Okay.
Huh?
Okay. I'll pretend like I didn't hear that, so I don't have to add any more pages to your disciplinary folder, because it already looks like a fucking novel. This conversation is over.
Jeffrey, Jesus Christ, why are you doing this to me? You know how much I hate these fucking things. Why are you doing this to me?
Listen, I've had just about enough of your bitching. Either you do your job or you hand in your badge. Now, if you'll excuse me, I've got work to do.
Career change. He's gonna go to the
I wonder
Andromeda
whether
Galaxy.
Lieutenant Anderson is really the best person for this investigation.
Hey, I don't need a machine to tell me how to handle my men, okay? So get the fuck out of my office.
Have a nice day, Captain.
Another magazine. We'll read that before we move on. Oh man, Carl Manfred is dead. Of course we knew that. He had a heart attack. Famous Detroit painter dies. Reports of famous artist Carl Manfred's death have been confirmed. The coroners described a fatal cardiac event induced by a stressful domestic situation. Manfred's son Leo has asked the media to respect his family's privacy at this difficult time. Carl Manfred rose to fame in the 2020s as a figurehead of neo-symbolism with powerful and dark works in the mold of Francis Bacon. Proliferate years followed until a dark period marked by alcohol and drugs, but the artist had apparently returned to work in recent months. The governor of Detroit expressed her condolences to the family on behalf of the city, describing Manfred as one of Detroit's brightest lights. A collection of Manfred's paintings will be auctioned by his estate in the coming weeks by Leo. Leo just wants the money. Ivanov says, "Niet!" Russian president responds to Warren's warning. Following President Warren's demand that all Russian troops withdraw from the Arctic immediately, President Ivanov of Russia has issued a response. Ivanov branded Warren's comments as megaphone diplomacy and said U.S. saber rattling is the #1 threat to stability in the region. The Kremlin produced a detailed statement outlining Russia's claim to the territory, and Ivanov said he would remind President Warren that the United States is subject to UN conventions like everybody else. The conflict shows no sign of abating. It's like 2038, I think. So, yeah, it's not too far in the future. Alright, so what was over here that I was supposed to interact with? I mean, it says the magazine. I guess... Did I miss something in it? No. Alright, anything besides Hank? Break room. Meeting room. Observation. Doesn't look like the deviant. It's something else.
What? What are you looking at?
What are you looking at, dude?
Hey, fuck you. Fucking android.
There he is.
They're going to destroy me.
It's probable. They have to analyze your biocomponents. They need to understand what happened.
I'm going to die.
Yeah, you are.
Open the cell, quick! Hurry!
I'll call CyberLife. Clean this mess up.
Can I go in there and analyze them? I can scan them for something, maybe. Alright, well, I guess I go back out and talk to Hank now. Does that appear to be? No, I didn't want to do that. Thank you. Let's go talk to Hank.
Listen, I know you don't like me, but we're going to have to work together. We'll both have to make an effort. Now that we're partners, it would be great to get to know each other better.
Take a look at these samples yet?
Lab report says they cut it with something.
Is there a desk anywhere I could use?
No one's using that one.
Forensics.
A lot of people don't appreciate having androids around. I was wondering, is there any reason in particular you despise me?
Yeah. There is one.
And? He asks a lot of questions.
Have you known Captain Fowler for long?
Yeah. Too long.
All right, talk about the dog.
You have a dog, right?
How do you know that?
The dog hair's on your chair. I like dogs. What's your dog's name?
What's it to you? Sumo. I call him Sumo.
Do you listen to Knights of the Black Death? I really like that music. It's full of energy.
You listen to heavy metal?
Well, I don't really listen to music as such, but I'd like to. You're a Detroit Gears fan, right? Denton Carter scored 53% of his shots from the three-point line yesterday. Did you see the game?
That's what I was watching at the bar last night.
Oh.
Oops. How is he supposed to know that?
I was wondering, do you always arrive at the office at this time?
I arrive when I arrive. Stop busting my balls, okay?
If you have any files on deviants, I'd like to take a look at them.
Terminal's on your desk. Knock yourself out.
Disappearance. Victim Gordon Lopez. It's open involving Android. The plaintiff reports that he left his Android at home as usual when he went to work. When he returned, the Android was nowhere to be found. No trace of a break-in at the apartment. The android may have left the home without being ordered to. Suspect attack. Victim Charles Bell. Involving android, yes. The plaintiff claims to have been attacked by an AV-500 model android working as a waiter in the Fast Coney Dogs restaurant chain situated at 842 Chamberlain Avenue. The plaintiff claims the android lunged at him unexpectedly and attempted to strangle the man before leaving the scene. The android remains at large. Suspect, Sarah Cornwall. Open, yes, involving android. The plaintiff claims to have been attacked by her android, an AP-700 model. The android also trashed several rooms in the house before taking flight. This one doesn't have anything on the model of the android. That's a 500. That's a 700. Missing. Floyd Mills. Let's see. The plaintiff, the manager of the Eden Club, I think we saw a reference to that earlier, reported the unexplained disappearance of a sex android model WR-400. The android disappeared after accompanying a customer to his home and never returned to the club.
"243 files. First dates back 9 months. It all started in Detroit and quickly spread across the country. An AX-400 is reported to have assaulted a man last night. That could be a good starting point for our investigation. I understand you're facing personal issues, Lieutenant.
I keep forgetting to look at the
But
damn bar.
you need to move past them.
I was going to be aggressive with him.
Don't talk to me like you know me. I'm not your friend, and I don't need your advice, okay?
I'm going to file a report with my superiors that you refuse to work on this investigation.
Listen, asshole. If it was up to me, I'd throw the lot of you in a dumpster and set a match to it. So stop pissing me off. Or things are gonna get nasty.
Lieutenant, sorry to disturb you. I have some information on the AX-400 that attacked the guy last night. It's been seen in the Ravendale district.
I'm on it.
All right. Trusted by Amanda, still neutral with Hank, sorry. Zen Garden, we missed one opportunity with Amanda. Android saved in the interrogation. Yeah, we did talk to him. Self-destructed, so that's yellow as well. So there'll be another connecting point somewhere down the line for that as well. So we missed a couple of things in there while we were waiting for Hank. Hank is mad. All right, so that's another. We got one or the other. Not a whole lot we could do there. There was something we didn't find in the garden. We took the left to go around that, but we didn't take the right-hand side, so that might have been where the other one was. Found the magic stone. lead. Okay. Move back to Kara. Kara and Alice. Arcade can. Wow. Somebody left a magazine for us, interestingly enough. First Android zoo opens. U.S. life expectancy now 91. 0.4% of world population holds 94% of the global wealth. First Android zoo opens. CyberLife is set to open the first Android zoo in Los Angeles, which will exhibit all exotic species to have become extinct in the last 30 years. Loot turtles, polar bears, mountain gorillas, African elephants, and several species of tiger will be among the most high-profile attractions. CyberLife CSR spokesman Danielle Carnegie said the zoo caters to people of all ages and has a special mission to educate and inspire the younger generation about the importance of protecting our fragile environment. Though some environmentalists have claimed the zoo will diminish popular concern for the extinction of real animals, it's difficult not to be enthusiastic about technology being used to recreate vanished species. The animals themselves have yet to be unveiled, but CyberLife promises they will be more real than the real thing. No doubt an ideal weekend trip for the family. Canada's still Android-free zone. Despite the United States voting in its Android Act in the year as early as 2028, the Canadian Parliament has yet again pushed back its decision on whether to permit androids in the country. As a result, androids are still not sold in Canada and have no official status in the country. With androids continuing to fuel unprecedented growth in the U.S. economy, yet contributing to record levels of unemployment, the arguments for and against putting them on sale in Canada rages on, but for the time being, Canada remains an Android-free zone. Okay. You still got that candy bar there on the table. See, it makes you believe that there's something else to read. There's not. Can't go in there either. Dead bird. Don't know what any of that means. Same thing repeated. Great. Got a tickle in my throat now. This must be where she changes her hair color to like dark brown or it's kind of blondish at the beginning. Although it looks kind of brown now. Oh, okay. She can change her own hair color. Whoa! Freaky! Nah. I don't know. It's either we put it back to the brown or blonde. Are we gonna make me do all this again with her now?
Alright. That's all for now. Free to go.
Paths starting to
Got
cross
officers
potentially.
sweeping the neighborhood in case anybody saw anything.
Okay, well let me know if they turn anything up.
What are you gonna do with that?
I have no idea.
Shoot it.
It took the first bus that came along and stayed at the end of the line. Its decision wasn't planned. It was driven by fear.
Androids don't feel fear.
Deviants do. They get overwhelmed by their emotions and make irrational decisions.
Alright, well that still doesn't tell us where it went.
It didn't have a plan, and it had nowhere to go. Maybe it didn't go far.
Maybe.
Ralph found this to feed the little girl. It's good for her. A present. To make up for past misunderstandings. Ralph will cook. We will do just like humans do. Humans like burnt meat. Come. Come and sit down. That's better. Ralph went to a lot of trouble to find something for the little girl to eat.
Got a candy bar over there on the
Wouldn't be
box.
polite for her to refuse, would it? Great.
Run!
Succulent, you'll see. Succulent. Succulent. Father, mother, little girl.
Please, Clara. I don't want to eat that.
What did she say?
She said she doesn't want to eat it.
Well, maybe it's not good enough. Maybe she's used to better things. But Ralph did this for her, so she's going to eat! Go ahead. Eat.
This can't be happening, man. This isn't happening.
Tippy, what's up, dude?
We're going to stand up now. And we're going to leave, Ralph.
No. No, you're not going to leave.
Yes, we are. I know, right?
Until Ralph says so.
What's been going on, man? How have you been?
Get back!
Anybody home? There's
Connor.
blue blood on the fence. I know another android was here.
It's out on the other side of the fence. I mean, we know where the front door is when we were here with Kara. Oh man, sorry to hear about your mom, dude. Oh man, really, really sorry. You have my condolences. Let's go down here. I don't think we've been down this way at all. May not be anything down here, but we're gonna look anyway. Well, I've been sick for the last week. I haven't streamed since Wednesday. Today's my first stream since when, and I normally don't stream on Sundays at all. But I figured I felt well enough to. Yeah, no, I don't know. It's not just head cold, headache, sore throat, really tired, that kind of thing. Sinuses. Yeah. Oh, she's gone.
Don't be afraid. I'm not gonna hurt you.
Ralph just wanted to be nice. Ralph wanted to help.
Where is it?
She ran out the back door.
Connor, what's going on?
It's in the area. Call it in. Which way did it go?
That way. They're headed for the train station.
They're over there!
Don't shoot! We need it alive!
Gonna have to navigate this.
Oh, fuck. That's insane. Hey, where are you going?
I can't let them get away.
They won't. They'll never make it to the other side.
I can't take that chance.
Now you will get yourself killed. Do not go after him, Connor! God damn it!
I guess they got away. It's about androids, and yes, that's the most intense part of the game so far right there.
Are you okay?
The girl is human, the older woman is an android. She was she's, I guess, a housekeeper type model of android, and the housekeeper for her dad, who was abusive and did drugs, and she took him away from her dad, and they're running away and having to find a place to sleep for the night, and that kind of stuff. Wow, I mean, look at look at the choices on these flow charts. This is unbelievable. 31%. We are still trusted by Alice. Alice is the little girl's name. Kara is the android's name. All right, so that looks like there are three entry points into this chapter. So in this one, all right, so there are two more yellow ones. So the fact that she's changed clothes and not wearing her android uniform anymore, and the fact that she's cut and changed her hair color will apparently come into play sometime later. At least that's what it seems like the things that are marked with yellow mean. Only 4% picked brown. Almost broke your thumb. Man, you had a pretty shitty few weeks, man. Police arrive. Ralph wants a family meal. We agreed to sit. Sat at the table. We threatened him. Ralph apologizes. Wow, we skipped over a whole big section right here. And it looks like all of those branches converge. So Connor is going to have to chase her no matter what, looks like. 68%. Run towards her less known position. Reach the fence in time. Kara and Alice are at the highway. Connor pursues the AX400. That's Kara's model number. Connor reaches. Kara loses Connor. Connor avoids collision. And they reach the other side. So 58%. One of the three ending options for this chapter. So yeah, that whole reflex option, right?
Report that CyberLife has provided Detroit police with a prototype detective android.
It's Connor.
Although police assistant androids have...
This is Marcus right there in front of you. That's Marcus. He's one of the other androids that you play.
We contacted CyberLife for comment, but no longer...
We are now approaching Ferndale Station.
Marcus was killed by the police and thrown into a junkyard with a bunch of other dead androids, and he was able to put himself back together. Some missing parts. So he's back from the dead.
There's a place where we can be free. Find Jericho.
But for the most part, from what we've played so far, which is only about 5 hours, it's mostly an interactive story. That stuff that we just did with the chasing and stuff on the highway, that's the most action we've seen by far. Right?
Yeah.
Alright, probably another magazine for some lore. Lore and history. Oh, hey, there's Carol right there. Android on the run. Residents in the Detroit suburb of Camden were witness to a thrilling chase today after a police manhunt, including roadblocks and dozens of police interviews, flushed out a felony fugitive. But this is a fugitive with a difference. The suspect is an android. The rogue AX400 model is thought to be suffering from an extremely rare malfunction and took extreme measures to avoid police, even dashing across a busy highway to avoid pursuing officers. The Connor model that was chasing after them, he is kind of, if you want to liken it to a Blade Runner, when androids become defective in the game, they're called deviants, and Connor is a deviant hunter, for lack of a better term. And he's helping one of the police officers in Detroit track down the deviant androids, and Kara being one of them. That's why they wound up in the chase with her. Eyewitness statements are inconclusive, and with no official report, it's impossible to say for sure what really happened, but local news correspondents are looking into the case at this very moment. No CyberLife spokesperson was available for comment, and the speculation looks set to continue. Next story. Android astronauts to explore Io. This has been something that's been some of the other magazines as well, along with the Arctic stuff. NASA announced the launch of a 5-android crew to explore Io, one of Jupiter's satellites. The journey will last 3 years and is expected to teach us much about the formation of our solar system. Though not the first androids in space, this is the first all-machine crew, proving that androids are sufficiently reliable to be entrusted with the entire mission. Androids are an extraordinary asset in the conquest of space, said Michael Shelley, director of NASA. Cosmic radiation destroys human DNA. Humans suffer many effects from long-term space travel, while androids are immune to most of these issues. NASA confirmed no return journey was planned, and that the androids would work on Io for several months before being destroyed by the extreme conditions of the planet. That is the plan. Whenever that is, that's going to be next. However long. That's one of the things about this game here, Detroit Become Human, is my understanding pre-release was that if you just took a path through the story, you could finish it in probably 7 to 10 hours, but depending on how much exploration and going back and retracing and taking different branches of the flowchart, you know, it could be upwards of 30. So we'll see how much of that we wind up doing on stream. Oh, we were looking for the it's right here, right? Yeah, I played Sniper Elite 3. I enjoyed that very much. Played a lot of it single player and played quite a bit of it co-op as well. And it works really well as a co-op. Okay, so are we looking for that? Because, I mean, that's... that was a different color. That was yellows and oranges, or yellows and browns. It's like a lion. Ferndale. That was the location of the Android Zoo, wasn't it? Three. You play each of the androids. I'm playing as Marcus now. I was playing as Connor before, but I also get to play as Kara. I think so. I've been thinking that, and I think that stuff that we just did with Connor and chasing them down the street and chasing them across the highway, that was the first time in the game that their stories have intersected. Looks like it's straight ahead. Yeah, we only did...
Oh, sorry. Excuse me.
2.5 hours on Wednesday.
Do you know where Jericho is?
Purple, red, green, and blue. Almost looks like a kind of a bus line indicator. No.
I'll take a raid check if that's all this afternoon.
Yeah, some of the some of the visuals. For the robots remind me of that when it. Whoa. Oh. All right. It's not there. Let's go back down this way first. All right. It's permanently gated over there. Hey, it's green. Can walk. it is on the wall. There. Alright. Alright, we got those. Open the hatch. Yeah, that's the one that we found before we were supposed to find it. Nice. Nice moves there, sir. It's up here somewhere.
Oh, man. Now's getting short. 4 more weeks and out. 4 more weeks.
4 more weeks. Oh, man. The bikes are working tonight. Well, I mean, I found the next one. What the hell am I supposed to... I don't see anything. There's nothing there. Yeah, I know it's a face. We're not looking for the face. We're looking for the squares. Ah, there it is. There it is. Right there. Use the right stick to select a route. Yeah, that's what it looks like. Okay, well, this is all I can do. What do you mean another route? It's kind of like some of the choices in Tales from the Borderlands, if you've played that. Sparkle something? Red wall with yellow writing? Right there. Huh. So we're almost at quitting time, too. I don't see it anywhere. Well, you know, if you do see it, you know, AP, you see the first word. The first word of the disclaimer at the bottom. Ah, there it is. You can always ask if you can give a hint. Always. I may not say yes, but you can always ask. And welcome, by the way. Well, you can say, can I give you a hint? That's okay, you can do that. Just don't tell me where it is. Right? Okay. Rewind. That's gotta be. Okay. It doesn't give you. I mean, you don't have... Where the hell else am I supposed to go? There were only those two options, and neither one of them are... strong enough. Can't look around. I'm looking around. mean, there are no other options. Well, I'm following your tutorial. You're not giving me enough. Throw me a bone here, game. Thought that maybe he could pick another position once he got up here. This is just running straight forward. I can't choose any other options. It's either left or right. My first thought was to maybe go in through there, through the hole in the wall, but I don't have an option to let me turn there. See, I can inch it forward, but I don't get the reticle that tells me that I can look around. So this route is 0. Though it has to be going to the left. It just has to be. Ah, there we go. Yeah, you've mentioned that that kind of thing before. One of your hobbies. Chase you with a cane? Hey, come back here, you kids! Get off my lawn! Oh my god, there's another one. Well, I mean, you're bound to run into that eventually, right? You would think. There's another android right here. isn't that where we just... Yeah, that's where we just came in. I mean, that's the obvious choice right there. The big one right there on the wall. Come on, Marcus. Back out in here. See all the other ones. I don't see the piece of graffiti, the symbol on the picture, like it has on all the other ones up to this point. It's got to be on this wall. Where? Here we go. Yep. Environment puzzle. Some kind of freighter, I guess. Yeah. Oh, wow. And how did you find out all that? Jump! Now, how would he know to do that? What he was supposed to do? I know, right? It had to be, but there was always a marker for the assassins to know that they needed to jump there, but there was nothing there for him except water. Yes, he did. I noticed that too. Marcus is also he's kind of like Kara. Marcus was taking care of, if you saw the story in one of the magazines earlier about the painter that died, that was the man that Marcus was taking care of. Like a house servant type. And Marcus got into this situation that he's in now because Carl, who was the painter, had a son named Leo who was pretty much a deadbeat. Was always coming around asking his dad for money, and one day he refused to give Leo any money. And there was a confrontation with Leo and Marcus, and Carl told Marcus not to defend himself, which that's what we did. So what wound up happening was the police were called because when we first came into the house, we had come back from a cocktail party, Marcus and Carl, and they heard somebody in the house, so we called the police, and whoever was in the house turned out to be Leo. And we got into the room with Leo. There was a fight. Marcus did not defend himself. Then the police showed up, and Carl died, heart attack. And then when the police arrived, Leo told the police that it was Marcus's fault, and the police shot Marcus. And that's how Marcus wound up in the junkyard. That's how he had to put himself back together again by scrounging parts with all the other androids that had been dumped in the junkyard. And that's how he wound up going this way. One of the androids in the junkyard said you have to find Jericho. So that's kind of Marcus's backstory and how he wound up here now. Alright, so we're supposed to go there, looks like. Or there. Alright, no can do. Let's try the other door. Oh no, it's a xenomorph! Moving through the vents!
This can't be happening, man. This isn't happening.
Exactly. You got it. See, there's some more of that writing. RA9. We saw that. We saw that somewhere else earlier. Scrawled all over one of the walls. Anybody jump? You secure that shit, Hudson. It sounds like Dead Space music now. Where's my plasma cutter? Engine room. He's been through worse already. He's been dead once. Pick up the mag light. Oh, hi. Hey, it's Enterprise bridge crew.
Welcome to Jericho.
What up? That's got to be the end of it right there. Yeah. 86% complete. That's one of the highest ones we've done so far. All right, let's scroll back and see what we missed. Not a whole lot. Yeah, see, some of these magazines, they don't, you know, there's only 2 things to read, but you go back and look at it later, and there's a third one somewhere. I don't know where the third one is supposed to be hidden. See, there's a branch that we completely missed. I don't even know how you would get to that one. Reach the roof, cross the gap. Locate Jericho. Yeah, I noticed it when we came in. It looked like there was a walkway that we could go straight ahead. Maybe that's what that bottom path is. Was we took the left and jumped up. So that's probably all that is. Okay, so let's look at some of the percentages. See what we got here. 60%, 74%. We did ask an android the way to Jericho, just in case it was some underground thing, which it is. There's not too many branches in here. Android body, find the right exit, locate Jericho. Inside the boat. Yeah, we did everything inside the boat. All right, so what we'll do is we'll get whatever the next one is, get it started so we can get our checkpoint. Looks like Connor again. Actually, I think I need to move me over to the other side. All right, yeah, so we're going to stop it here. So we got 3.5 hours in, so we got 6 hours total. I have no idea how much is left. I don't know. I would assume at some point all 3 of the androids are going to cross paths, so we haven't crossed paths with Connor and Marcus, Kara and Marcus. I don't know. I have no idea how much is left, so we're taking our time anyway, so I have no idea what's left. But yeah, as Tippy referred to earlier, once we're finished with this game, once we're done with whatever we're going to do, whether we're going to do Sniper Elite 4 going to go back to Xbox One and do that. So, yeah, thanks for coming out, guys. I really appreciate it. It was an off-the-cuff stream since I hadn't streamed since Wednesday because I've been sick. I wanted to jump in and do something. There will not be a stream tomorrow. I've got some family in town. They are spending some time with other friends of theirs right now, so that's why they're not here and why I'm streaming, but they're going to be back here tomorrow, so there will be no stream tomorrow. So we'll be back on the normal schedule. They're going home tomorrow night as well, so starting on Tuesday, we'll be back to the regular schedule. So I will see you all on Tuesday at 6 o'clock. We will pick back up right here with Connor and Hank. Thank you, AP. I appreciate it. Thank you for coming out. Hit Tippy. It's good to see you, man. Yep. And I noticed that you used the, I guess you used the website to see that that Sniper Elite was coming up next. So good on you for doing that. So yeah, I will see you guys on Tuesday. Enjoy the rest of your weekend and the beginning of your week. I'll see you later.